everyone, it's Gina with Peonies of America here in southern Oklahoma. I am in Grow Zone 7B. Today I was just going to go over a few kind of garden cleanups, and I've had a light frost here, and so I'm coming back here and I'm cutting my peony plants down about an inch from the ground. Some of them have dried up so bad and they've actually just withered away, and they are no longer with me, the stems anyway. So I've got a lot of winter grass coming up, and so I don't have a lot of the peony plants that, and of course I have already cut a whole bunch of them down, but I thought I would just try to share with you what I do. Here's one of my peony plants, and the foliage really gets rough come the end of fall. Sometimes you can start cutting your peony plants down anytime mid-September. It helps store the energy back into the tuber, so it'll develop some really beautiful blooms for you the next or the following spring. This one is pretty dry. Sometimes you will get powdery mildew and fungus growing on the foliage. You probably should go ahead and cut those down when you start seeing that. You don't want the powdery mildew and the fungi and stuff to travel in your garden, because it will spread. So if you start seeing that anytime come fall, I would definitely cut your stems down at that point. I did not see any powdery mildew, so I just kind of left mine to do their thing. But here's a really good plant. As I'm pulling the winter grass away, I'm seeing how large this plant is. I've got several stems here, and here's some foliage also. And you can kind of see some of the very, very slight powdery mildew starting, not much. But the stems, I like to cut down just above the ground here. Here's some more. And the reason I cut mine just above the ground like this is I like to know where my peony plants were. If I come out here, I want to be able to see the stems. And actually there's lots of eyes down here. You can see the eyes on my plants. Then I move over here and you can see where I've cut this one down. And lots of eyes again for next year's blooms. And that's just how mine grow. That's how close to the surface mine are here in Zone 7B. And I leave them alone. That's where they grew. That is their natural place they want to be. I know they're right on the surface, but I think it's because I just don't get the hard freezes that some of the other places do. So anyway, what I do with the old stems, the spent stems, is you really need to get rid of them in a garbage bag or burn them. Just the powdery mildew, it won't go away. It'll just float around in your garden and just cause havoc. It'll spread disease. And I'm going to come in here in a day or two and plant a peony tree, a tree peony, and alliums. And I have some ranunculus. These are the ranunculus. I did a video last week, and I pre-soaked them. I did not pre-sprout these. This is the Labelle series white. No. Labelle series salmon and champagne. And I have 100 in this bed along with 10 peonies. And I soaked these for 4 hours, the corms, the ranunculus corms. And then I came straight out here, and you can see it on the other video. And I stuck these in the ground. And they have pre-sprouted, and they are now coming up. They look really great. So that's kind of an update on the ranunculus. So I've got Labelle Series Champagne and Labelle Series Salmon in this bed. And then I have some planted in other places also. I also am going to show you some of the updates that we're going to be doing in the next week or so here. We will be putting up a new fence. And this fencing is coming from Lowe's Garden. Home Depot, Lowe's, but I specifically got this fencing from Lowe's. I'm not sure what Home Depot carries. They're 8 foot long, the panels are. They're 8 foot long, and this one is only 3 foot tall. I didn't want this side real tall. I'm trying to keep my dogs out, and if you see her over here, she wants to dig. And I've put bulbs in, I've put peonies, lots of new plants I've put in this fall. I put Gara. This is the pink Gara. Actually, this is the pink Gara also. And I love Gara because it's natural and it's free-flowing. And to me, it's just a very whimsical, magical flower, light, airy. It doesn't really block any of the other plants from showing, but it just gives it a little bit of a color pop out there. But I've got some Gara that I've planted. I've planted some new rose bushes. I've got some peonies in this ground. I also have allium, the Globe Master. I'll have to go back and see which ones I put in, but I've got a mixed variety. And anyway, so the alliums I have are just covered back here. This is a hibiscus that needs to be cut down next. I really like a good frost or a freeze to come in before I start cutting anything down, because the energy, I want these plants to store their energy themselves and come back. But this is a huge hibiscus. And then I have a honeysuckle here that is growing up over the pergola nicely. And I've had to trim it back, and this is something that is that really can take over your garden. It's very evasive, I'm finding out. This has been here for about 3 years. And when I was down here in this ground, I was finding that I was having to pull up the roots to plant peonies in my my allium. So I'm going to be trimming that back quite a bit, but it is in full bloom and it smells absolutely delightful. And it is growing up over that pergola. And also I have more allium back here, iris that are coming up. I have a rose bush here, but it's all planted in here. Lots of alliums, and she is the one I have to watch for. So that's why the fence is going up. A David Austin climbing rose here, and another one here. I've got blueberry bush, and also just starting to put in some lavender. But anyway, the fence will go across here and connect to that fence. And there she is, sitting on one of my peonies. So I'm going to be doing a video on putting the fence together, and you can kind of watch that video to see how it's going up. This little area in here, lots of peonies I put in, some more Gara. I've got some echinacea that has been in here. I do have mint that is free growing, and I know it's evasive, and I just pull it up as I go. I just try to keep it in check. I like it. I like the smell, but I don't like it to get too big. I do have some anemones that are coming up on their own that come up every year. I have clumps of them that come up now because the weather has cooled. Boxwoods, I love boxwoods, and I have some tulips that I just have planted in some pots here and there. David Austin Rose, Poet's Wife. And that's about it for right now. I've got some more planting I'm going to be doing here, and I'll share that with you as it comes around. Tulips again in pots. And but anyway, it'll be beautiful come spring. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.